Welcome to the Kitchen Carnival 2023. The Kitchen Carnival 2023 celebrates the Trinidadian Ole Mas character of Pierrot Grenade. Pierrot Grenade is a swaggering, boastful wordsmith who challenges other Pierrot Grenades to see who is the best, often wielding a dictionary. Pierrot Grenades spell long words by breaking them down into syllables and creating rhyming stories. The stories are often allegories. Pierrot Grenades disguise their identities so they can say things that are unpopular with people who have power over them. They wear hoods or caps with gloves and noisy long robes covered in tatters, with masks or face paint often hiding their faces. Pierrot Grenades arose in Grenada and surrounding countries in response to the French Pierrot tradition. The costumes also have their roots in African cultural traditions.
I am the Pierrot Grenade. I have my words on show because I want you to know they're my subjects. I can make them go wherever my whim takes them, up to the heights in an elevation as I lift them up in a new creation, or down to the depths, burning in a cremation. This is my story, to tell you some words that cut nice and sharp like the keenest of swords. This is about liberation, freeing the nation, not the greedy few, but the oppressed who suffer discrimination, who have the determination to rise above the station and the deprivation forced upon them through the elimination of freedom. They claim their rightful place with the hunting down of separation. And so it begins. The clown calls the circus to get together. Don't mind the weather, we'll have a party. It won't be low-key, but it will need to be hefty to get the voices heard, to shout out loud and to say the words against the badness of the lords, to echo the cries of the people who no longer creep low into the shadows, but ring their bells and cast their spells in the dead of night and the broad daylight. The circus tent will move around through the country and the town, up and down the land. The people will join their hands and shout out loud, a raucous crowd, no longer cowed. The circus calls the people to gather. Roll up, calls Clary. Be sure to get here early. Now hear her loud and clearly say, I want to tell you the story. The Pierrot in all its glory will challenge you to find the words, for they are mightier than the swords, but they whip faster than the stick and will hit harder than a brick. Don't hold back, don't stand aside. Come with me on my joyous ride, for this is your clarion call. Come join together, let's spread the words. The Pierrot speaks for us all. No exclusivity, no isolation. The Pierrot will join the nation, and that is the meaning of participation. The circus opens its door. The people come now wanting more. The bars break down, the animals free are roaming wild, but do no harm to grown-up or child, for their teeth have grown into lots of words, and though they frown and stamp on the ground, they open their mouths and the words come down. Dictate, dictate, fight back against the hate that comes from the lords on high, who really don't care how much they lie. Lie down, you bunch of gowns. Lie down, and I will stamp you to the ground. Roar like rebel, give out a loud yell. Fight the author of the city who wield the authority. Make them take pity on the poor of the nation, fighting to stay strong. Join Rebel the Lion and be part of the rebellion. Fight for liberation. No more can they use discrimination to try and divide the nation, for the people fight back, and their words will crack the white halls of power and eliminate the need to hate and discriminate. They will demonstrate you cannot dictate a tyrannical state if you liberate and truly free the people of the nation, for that is liberation.
I am a Pierrot Grenade. I am from the city. I go to Kingston University. everybody had lots of curiosity, there is lots of diversity, which didn't surprise me. I live in Vauxhall. I know lots of people in Vauxhall. Don't we all? In your neighbourhoods. Family, friends, them all. Very few people in my family like to perform. I would like to inform you, my aunt likes to sing, just like me. It makes us feel free as we start to make a tune separately. When I was younger, I enjoyed a lot of competition, especially to complete my mission. Just watch me as I get into position. I used to play boccia and athletics. I would always win, which was the prize of school. I do capoeira. Very few people know about it, which is why it is unique, just like me and you. Hopefully this poem will please you all. However, one thing I kept as a hobby was sports. All you ever do is seem to want more. And this is not like it's a chore. And it is exciting and you can go and explore. Or you can even go on a really nice tour. Some people you might want to ignore, especially if they are going blah blah. Aha! Wait a minute. I think I am about to score. Nah, I think I'm going to be kind and let them have a go for sure. Nah, actually, I think I am worried they might score more points than me. And I will lose and won't make history. I think I have spent enough time playing for today. Let's hope it doesn't suddenly rain. And it's almost at the end of the game. You are meant to race. I'm meant to celebrate, especially at a tournament. That is how you spell tournament.
I am a Pierrot Grenade of the Stratford town. I really love the underground. People think that I'm a clown. No, it doesn't get me down. I know all the lines of the tube. I will never ever be rude. The district line is good for me. Riding on it is very lucky. The Hammersmith is a good line. It makes me feel very fine. I'm good at spelling. It's very fun. I'll teach you how to spell metropolitan. Me on the train going to. I'll be very polite to you. I'll give you the map to find your way. Then I'll see you another day. You'll find your way around the town.
This makes me a very good man.
Me to you, polite in the town. That's how you spell metropolitan.
I usually have a different name. Today I'm Pierrot, and now I'll perform a kind of show. Verbal leaps, rhythmical charades, so see how I become the Pierrot Grenade. Witness my tongue do amazing quips, then rhyme it all in a spoken backflip. Who am I? Poet and protester, mixed together with some jester. Watch me reveal all my tricks. Not bad going for a recovering addict. Since uni, I've always loved clowns, so I wear silliness like a crown. Watch my work, I won't let you down. I won't go on about my life, let others go at it with a surgical knife. Now gaze at me, keep your concentration, and see me spell the words rebellion, politician, rehabilitation. Here's a story to tell. In the jungle, a girl called Ree did dwell. She'd walk through there and ring her bell. And like she was the horizon's scion, she woke the birds, the monkeys, the lions. That's how you spell rebellion, rebellion.
I'm a lady poet, don't I know it? Dawn is the name. Hello to you all. I'm going to start to read words. Hope you like it. Let's look at the word friendship. Sad to say, a friend has gone on a ship and shipped away. Friend, friend, hope you'll come back on the ship and we will be friends again. That's how friendships friend mends.
I've always lived in London, mostly East London, from Canning Town, Stratford to Plaistow. I'm at the station ready to go to football with my friends close by, and I'm on a natural high. In my mind, I'm determined to win, and I have a cheeky grin. I'm confident and ready to go, and I'm prepared to score many goals. My team is strong, and I know we can't go wrong. We're heading to Uxbridge at 50 miles per hour, and in my body, I can feel my speed and power. We have 3 games ahead of us, and after the train, we take a bus. 5 stops and we'll be there, and my coach and players are well prepared. We discuss tactics and positions, and my team carefully listen. We're second in the league, and we want the cup. Do we have that special luck?
I am the Pierrot Grenade from Crosby. Other grenades better not cross me. You can run, but just when you think you've lost me, I'll knock you out with my verbosity. My Aunt Norma went to sea on a boat on the River Lee, enjoying a cup of jasmine tea. Little finger out, although she's not royalty, still with an air of nobility. Some said she should show some humility. It's not normal to behave so regally. Nobody's normal, it's plain to see. So let's celebrate our diversity. That's how you spell normality.
I made a slavey. The friendship is all at all, not a apprenticeship. Ship of friends, stoker on the deck, desperately pouring coal, propeller turning. Ship full of friendship, hark for the new generation, not refugee hell. And that is how you spell friendship.
Pierrot Grenade is my name. Spelling is my game. Disabled people are people too. In fact, we are better than you. Listen, we are not ashamed. In fact, we are looking for fame. Let me tell you our position in the way I spell discrimination. There was a young girl, a wheelchair user. People thought that she was a loser. People came and brought her presents. They thought that she couldn't go the distance. They didn't know what she can do. In fact, she's better than you. What she needed was motivation. In fact, she was facing discrimination. In this country, We really don't have time. I think it is really a crime. This crime in our nation, that's how I spell discrimination.
Politician. In the process of achieving their goals, leaders and their parties will check the polls. They're not looking for coalitions or ties. They're only concerned with one thing, I. They want to see if elections can be won, which candidates to back, which ones to shun. It's all fickle. That's the story of politicians.
I speak with signs. It makes me feel fine. Signing is very hard, but I am Pierrot Grenade. I love going out with my friends. The party will never end. I want all my friends to come. Then the night will be if all my friends come with me, I'll teach you how to sign holy. I hope that you will come with me and I will be happy if all the people come. My house will be full. My phone, I'll try and call. Say you're coming. Please don't lie. That would make me cry and cry. My party. I will be happy. I hope it will be full. Please don't lie. And that's how you spell hopefully.
The small kitten sits on the purple pillow. He has a new home. He doesn't have to worry about the sound of the telephone. He gives a little meow, and his new owner comes up to stroke him on the head. He's well cared, loved and cared for from the moment his arrival at the front door. He's fluffy and cute, and he sits on his purple velvet pillow. Caterpillar.
I am Pierrot Grenade. I am deaf. I am hard. I like watching Liverpool. They are very good. I can see. They are strong like me. Spelling is good. I will spell Liverpool. Liverpool are good. So good. I think live in swimming pool. This is how you spell Liverpool. Liverpool. Do Liverpool. Win, 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 win. Yeah.
Angus D is here again. It's Arthur Hood a gangster? Or is he benevolent boss instead, lighting up our fir trees? Father Hood once said to me, "Don't worry if there's God. We just need somebody on the mount with bread and fish for all." And that was Father Hood.
I'm a Pierrot Grenade. I was born in my parents' house a long time ago. Now I live in Stratford, don't you know? When I was a child, my parents encouraged my interest in art. This gave me a good start. I went to a school of art. I'm an installation artist, photographer and poet, dare I say. You might dispute this, though you may. My story starts on a sunny day in a meadow where tiny buttercups grow. And so, there were cows in the fields and some good yields. I'm out walking and someone talking distracts me, you see, not far from me. There's a cowshed on a nearby farm. It's organic there and the farmers do no harm. They have milked the cows and are making butter, they utter, and ask me to join them to see how it's done. I thought this might be fun. I found the butter pats difficult to use, but a teacup I found was disused. I applied the butter inside it as a mould, and with the handle of the cup I could hold. I thought it looked like a ready-made Dada sculpture, and thought now we are moving it into pop culture. It needed a title to describe what's up, so I simply called it Buttercup.
Let me continue the story of a girl called Ree, who grew up and continued living wild and free. But others thought how she lived was bad. Specifically, they thought she was kind of mad. So they voted to send her to an asylum, an awful tatty hab. They said that because she was so clearly ill, they couldn't let her out until she became normal, or at the very least try to understand and realize that society has no place for a rebellious I. A mad woman needs to know her station, or she'll destabilize a village, a region, a nation. All Ree knew now was doctors and medication, both changing in cycles of rotation. That's the shadow of rehabilitation.
I wasn't sure I'd find the time to write the required special rhyme, and truth be told, I'd rather lime than thought that it would be a crime if all that I could do was mime. And after all, I'm in my prime. Though far too old for spitting grime, I spun this faster than a dime. I'm a Pierrot Grenade by the name of JG. I'll spell you the word paradoxically. It's the word that I mean, not the manner I spell, though paradoxes are in my story as well. In a paradox, more than one thing is true. The statement it makes, and the opposite too. It cannot exist, yet it does all the same. It's completely absurd, and that's true of the name. Let's break it down to the sum of its parts. The first word is para, and that's where it starts. Para means separate but equal, you see, and that paradox is the first one from me. My story takes place in a world far away. On planet Para, most aliens are grey. But sometimes an infant is born who is red. The greys think the reds would be better off dead. But most greys are kind, and the reds do their best to survive in a grey world along with the rest. From space, the whole planet appears monochrome, whatever the colour found inside each home. But times they are changing, and out goes the call. The stripes want to see everything open to all. Great news for reds, such as young actor Eve, who was facing a future of baskets to weave. The stripes want to see proper representation from each shade of colour and each generation. But not every alien was open to change, and reordering life takes time to arrange. So Eve soon faced barriers when seeking a job, and worse still was bullied by grey actor Bob. Though docs is a new word to someone my age, it means publishing private stuff on a web page. Then Eve became bullied by more people still. The stress from the greys was making her ill. Bob said that she'd make the audience sick. The sight of a red actor on screen was just ick. But Eve bounced back smiling and soon made a friend. Ali was grey but wore stripes till the end. As a grey actor, though, it was easier by far to get cast, and she quickly turned into a star. Everyone wanted more colour on screen. It was very important the reds should be seen. All of the greys who were running the show agreed that the progress they'd made was too slow. But Eve was unpractised and Ali was ready. The greys could rely on her work to be steady. She already had fans and her acting was good. So the greys asked her whether, please, if she would, play red for pay so the show could go on. By the time Eve auditioned, the parts were all gone. But all of the greys on the planet agreed that Ali convinced as a red in the lead. Eve kept on searching for roles she could play, but was told that she couldn't convince as a grey. And Ali was favourite for roles that were red. Just the thought of a red actor filled greys with dread. So Eve's weaving baskets while Ali still acts. And when she's not acting, she states all the facts on behalf of the reds, and also says why she's so happy and proud to be a good ally. My story's complete now you know how to spell. Para, docs, ick, ally. A tale I know too well.
I am an Ole Mas character from the carnival land of Tobago and Trinidad. I'm very clever with words and stories. They call me the Pierrot Grenade. You have never seen anything like me. I'm an expert grammatically. I use rhyming techniques, which makes my performance unique. I'm an imaginative masquerade. I add magic to every carnival parade. While others whine and dance and prance, I have a majestic stance. I add flavor to our cultural endeavor. The African oral tradition is the origin of my rendition. My ancestors did not read or write. Could you imagine their plight? Even with drums, they were not allowed to communicate. That's how the slave masters expressed their hate. They made life hell. We were a commodity to sell. They passed a law, no drums on Carnival Day. So being clever, we found another way. We used our common sense to demonstrate our intelligence. This is how the steel band was born, out of repression and scorn. Today, the steel band is a respected symbol of our cultural identity. But for me, it shows our determination, our strength, and our ingenuity. Ingenuity. In Trinidad, we have a sad history. It's all clouded in slavery. In 1834, slavery was abolished. Everyone was astonished. Generations looked forward to a new life away from struggle and strife. Free, free, free. But that was not the case because of our dark skin and being descendants of the Negro race. We became known as the colonies of the British Empire. But that was not our desire. It is a fact that the British are well known for tea. But the Windrush generation experience inequality. It is a form of cruelty. Where is the generosity, the humanity, the humility? People of the Windrush generation are here to stay. That is the point of Carnival Day. We create masquerades of beauty to nurture our community. So, remember, to survive inhumanity, cruelty, inequality, remember to use your ingenuity.
The Kitchen Carnival 2023 was written and performed by Dawn Barber, Dwayne Bryan, Angus Davey, Ju Gosling, David Longworth, Heiser Malik, Alison Marchant, Julie Newman, Pritesh Patel, Stera Plurger, Kate Rollison, Clary Salandy, Glory Sengo and Eve Smith. Youth Development Worker Kate Rollison. ACT UP Newham Facilitator Hannah Facey, Club's Programme Leader Alison Marchant, Carnival Artist Clary Salandy, Artistic Director Ju Gosling. Join in from home www.together2012.org.uk, supported by the National Lottery Community Fund and the Arts Council England.